Welcome everyone to another episode of the Twitter Nightly News. I'm your host Tariq Holder, aka T Money. Find me on Twitter at T Money Holder. Thank you for tuning in. I've been offline a lot recently, past few weeks, but I'm back online. I've been handling some business offline, and I am happy to say that things are looking well. Things are looking bright. I'm glad to be back with the Twitter Nightly News. I want to give a quick shout out to Lolita at Losheru, or at L-O-S-H-E-R-I-O-W. Okay? L-O-S-H-E-R-I-O-W. Follow her. She has an awesome radio show called Making It Happen with Lo, and she featured me on her last show. We had a great time, talked about deep issues, laughed a lot. It was great. So Lo, thank you so much for having me on your show. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to keeping in contact with you. Let's get into it. What's happening in the Twitter world? I know there are tons of things that have been going on. There are tons of people out there who developed good friendships with, and a shout out to everyone out there who's putting up great content. And let's get started with Tree Banker. Tree Banker. T-R-E-E Banker. Okay, he has this retweet from a person, IQ, and it's an awesome tweet. It says, "Watch and be blown away. Global climate change video." Okay, and obviously global climate is the global climate change issue is a very big one, and this is a 20,000 still image shot done by a photographer from the Toronto Star. And it's basically over 20 days and 20,000 still images, and basically talking about the global climate and, you know, global warming. And I thought it was an awesome tweet. And on behalf of my good friend that I have here, Mr. Plant, yes, check out that video, please, for my friend's sake, because sooner or later there might not be many of these around, and we need that so that we can breathe. Yes, we do. Okay, so Tree Banker, thanks for that. Awesome quotes on that. Also, it's not just images. There's some quotes there that are awesome. Like, for example, we'll need 60% more energy in 2030 than we used in 2002. Yeah, that's pretty deep because we use a lot of energy. Okay, so let's keep it moving. The G-Man, okay, at the _ G-Man, has 3 ways to get customers talking about you. Okay, that's awesome. That might help a lot of people out there, and I want you to check that out, because he has 3 basic things, or the person who made the article has 3 points that they want you to understand and use, so that you can actually have your customers spreading the word of mouth, which is awesome. You know what I mean? So basically, the 3 steps, I won't go into them in detail, but basically it's saying that you can direct the way people talk about you, how they talk about you, and where they talk about you. Okay? So for example, everyone out there, could you please tell everyone to watch the Twitter Nightly News and tell them that the host is the most amazing person you have ever heard in your life, most eloquent speaker, most intelligent person. You get the idea. It's not like that, but basically there are ways that you can interact with, you know, the people out there and have them spread the word for you about your product or yourself. So that's awesome. G-Man, thank you. Follow him. Also, there's a tweet by Dan Schwabel, D-A-N-S-C-H-A-W-B-E-L. Okay, he has a major press opportunity for anyone who's received a job interview through Twitter. So he has his email address up there. Email him if you got an interview through Twitter. You don't have to get the job if you got an interview. He has a major press opportunity. I like what he's doing. I'm interested to see what it is. So if anyone does, get in contact with him, let me know what it's all about. Okay, awesome. Also, he had another tweet about selling on Twitter without being hated. And actually, the tweet directs you to a blog that is by another tweeter, Kristen Nicole. K-R-I-S-T-E-N-N-I-C-O-L-E 2. Kristen Nicole 2. At Kristen Nicole 2. And her blog is awesome because it has basic points on how to sell on Twitter without being hated. No one likes to be hated. But, as, the great Nas and Diddy say, you can hate me now, but I can't stop now. Oh, where are my Diddy glasses? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, basically on her blog she goes through basic points. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I want you guys to actually go to her profile, follow her, and check out her blog and see what it's talking about. But basically it says don't be over spammy, loud and obnoxious, okay? You know, you don't want to be that person on Twitter who's like, buy my stuff. Hey, buy my stuff. You know, you don't want to be that person who's always talking about something that someone needs to buy from you. And basically she also has some good points, like talk about what's going on outside of your office window. That's pretty interesting. She says even talk about what you had for lunch. Basically she says, you know, be human, okay? Because we don't want to become we don't want to be robots on Twitter. No one wants to be a robot. At least not yet, okay? We're pretty all 100% human so far. You know, in the future, you know, we'll talk about that iRobot status. But for now, be human on Twitter. Okay, next, iListPhil. At iListPhil. So check him out. It's pretty awesome. He has a tweet about this site called micro.ilist.com. micro.ilist.com. Basically his tweet said, if you go to this website, it's a Twitter classified where in 140 characters or less, by adding by adding hashtag I have or hashtag I want, you can basically get listed on this site. And what it does is it links people with topics that match. For example, if you're looking for a webcam video, a web camera, okay, you can say hashtag I want a new photo shoot camera, okay? And if you go to this site, you follow iListMicro, at iListMicro, and when you follow them, they may find someone who has a hashtag that says I have a photo shoot camera. So you want a camera, you put hashtag I want. Someone may have a tweet that says hashtag I have, you know, and then you guys can link up together, okay? So a real basic example is this. Make it all clear for you guys. You put in a tweet, hashtag I want to take over the world. Okay, pretty reasonable. At micro.ilist.com, they may have someone that has hashtag I have a way to take over the world. Okay, you guys link up, bang bang, take over the world together. Beautiful thing, right? So anyway, go check it out. Check out iListPhil. Follow him and see his tweet, and it takes you to this site, okay? And then at this site, you're going to follow at iListMicro. It's kind of new, this whole classified thing, but look at what Twitter's doing. Twitter's doing everything. I'm going to have a whole nother session on how Twitter's growing, but it has a classified ad system that's coming out. That's pretty dope. I like that. Okay, next, I want to end with Julian Miller, and he says, I honestly think it's better to be a failure at something you love than to be a success at something you hate. Okay? And I think that's awesome. It offers a lot of room for discussion because, you know, some people agree, some people disagree. I know I do what I love a lot, and sometimes I succeed, sometimes I haven't succeeded at everything I love. But I know I felt great. You know, failure doesn't always feel great, but if you're doing what you love, you know, you feel like, wow, you know, it was worth it. But I was thinking, what's something that I hate? I hate using New York public restrooms. I hate it. But if I was to be paid millions of dollars and became a success at using these public bathrooms, be there every day. Twitter Nightly News, broadcasting straight from the New York City public bathrooms. I'm just kidding, but you get the idea. Go follow this guy, JULIAN_MILLER. Let him know what you think. Okay, that's what Twitter's about. So, thank you guys. I will be back with more Twitter Nightly News shows. And on behalf of my friend, the plant and the trees, please check out that video and let's be conscious of what we're doing. Okay, let's clean up our act, clean up our world. You know, walk around with one of these just to remind people we need to clean it up. Clean up the world, clean up the air. Alright, I'm your host, T Money Holder. Thank you for tuning in to the Twitter Nightly News. Have a great night.